Welcome to the final battle of the set between Noob Scrub and Edgar. This is winners semifinals and battle number 3 in the set. The score is 1-1. Welcome to this very hype. Oh, sorry, the music stopped. Hype as the music stops. Very hype addition to the FnF Victory Road Draft League playoffs. Sure, it's going to be a good treat. We see Noob Scrubs bringing his Stall Core team again versus Edgar's team. Both teams making some changes. We have Golbat coming in instead of Blissey, and Mian Xiao coming in instead of Braviary. I do think that the switch to Golbat was a good one for Noob Scrub. Golbat cannot be poisoned. It can switch out with U-turn, and most importantly, it can defog. Last match, Edgar used hazards to his advantage, 3 layers of spikes and stealth rock, which put him in a very good advantage state. It looks like Edgar doesn't have a lot of Pokemon that can deal with Golbat very easily too. It is incredibly resilient, so we'll see how that goes. I think Golbat was a good choice. Mian Xiao instead of Hodhe. Hodhe having trouble taking down Celesteela and Quagsire. Overall, it looked like Hodhe didn't have that good a matchup except versus Mega Venusaur, who now might be posing a little bit more of a problem. So Edgar's going to have to be more careful around Mega Venusaur, but Mian Xiao does have a Regenerator and good attack stat, so we'll see what Mian Xiao is going to do, and it's going to be very interesting for sure. As a reminder, the Mega Pokemon are Mega Venusaur and Mega Houndoom respectively, and then we have Z Attack Turtonator and Z Any Garchomp. So let's jump into this. This is going to be a very hype set, both very great trainers, so let's begin. In terms of leads, I think we might see Mega Venusaur and Excelgor again, just because they both started with them both times, so it might be interesting if they do it one more time. Otherwise, I think that Garchomp could also be a lead. Not sure who else wants to go versus Excelgor. Maybe Golbat if it has Brave Bird, or Turtonator, but I am not sure. Alright, so we start with the best Hippo, Hippowdon versus Excident, the Cough Egregious. Excident, of course, having the ability to mean look Hippowdon. This could be a big moment for Edgar if he goes for that. But Venusaur comes in to avoid that mean look, and it does look like mean look is the move that Excident decided to use. Sandstorm is up though, which means Venusaur's Synthesis will not recover that much HP, but Excident is still in trouble if Leech Seed goes up. Because Venusaur still can, I think, outstall Cough Egregious, even in Sandstorm, hampering the Synthesis. Excident, of course, not able to set up the Stealth Rock now, so no hazards are up on either side of the field. We haven't seen Venusaur change up its moveset, but Venusaur might have Sleep Powder. Might be an interesting addition to Noob Scrub's repertoire of moves if Venusaur goes for the Sleep Powder. I do think that Florges is going to be very important for Edgar in this match, recovering Pokemon, especially since Braviary's gone with Roost. So none of the Pokemon on Edgar's team can auto-recover, minus Florges and, well, Cough Egregious might have rest, but keeping Garchomp and Houndoom is going to be really important for Edgar. So the Leech Seed is now up, and Excident goes for the Nightshade, but Leech Seed does allow Venusaur to restore some HP, 72% now. Giga Drain going to do big damage, and Excident goes for another Nightshade, bringing Venusaur down to around half of its HP. This is a losing matchup for Excident. I don't think that Edgar's going to keep it in still. Yeah, Excelgor, Sun Eater comes out, and Giga Drain not going to do much versus Sun Eater, but it does restore quite a little bit of HP. and Hippowdon comes in. The best Hippo spikes are now up, but Stealth Rock might come up as well. And a Giga Drain's going to do decent damage to Hippowdon, bring it down to 65%. Stone Edge does big damage to Excelgor, though, bringing it down to 26%. So this Hippowdon does do some damage. Generog comes in, and the Stone Edge is going to hit Generog, only doing a little bit. Hippowdon is now at 77%. It does have leftovers as well, so Hippowdon is pretty comfortable right now. Celesteela comes in, the best rocket, and Generog is going to go for a Swords Dance. But what can it do versus Celesteela is the question. Fire Fang is what it could do, doing 65%. Celesteela will Leech Seed it, but that's not going to do that much. Quagsire might be the one to come in to take on Generog. Generog goes for Stealth Rock, calling out that Protect, and now Celesteela is at 72%, but I don't think it's going to stay in to take another Fire Fang, but it does, and it's at 11% now. Hidden Power does hit Generog, but do very little due to the Yache Berry. Interesting strategy from both of them. Now they're at 29 and 28 respectively. Protect is going to give Celesteela another turn of protection and recovery from Leech Seed, while Generog is now at 16%. I'm guessing we'll see Quagsire switch in. We do. The best Quagsire switches in, 82% now, takes a Fire Fang, and Leech Seed is going to bring Generog down to a measly 4%. If Stealth Rock goes up on Edgar's side of the field, Edgar's dead. I mean, Garchomp's dead, not Edgar. This is a hard moment for Edgar. Quagsire probably has Protect, so it might be worth it just to switch out Generog. Yeah, Generog does switch out, and Lazuli comes in. Toxic is going to hit Lazuli, and now Lazuli is on a timer, but Lazuli, as we saw, does have access to Aromatherapy. Not sure if it's going to use it this time. Celesteela comes in, and Lazuli goes for the Wish. Of course, I'm assuming Celesteela will go for some Leech Seed. Nope, it's Hidden Power. Noob Scrub assuming that Garchomp would be the recipient of the Wish. Celesteela now sitting at 47%. Garchomp is free to set up now or use Fire Blast. Celesteela goes for Protect, and Maurice goes for the Fire Blast indeed. Celesteela is now at 53%. In comes Turtonator. Turtonator taking damage from the Stealth Rock and the Spikes. Fire Blast brings it down to 54% only. I'm not sure what Noob Scrub's going to do versus Turtonator, especially considering it's used Endeavor before. Dark Pulse might not take it out, and and Endeavor is not going to be Noob Scrub's best friend. Earthquake also can hurt Maurice. I'm not sure if it'll take it down. And there's also the possibility of Turtonator going for the Shell Smash, which would be pretty interesting. Will Maurice switch or stay in? That is the question. Turtonator can be surprisingly versatile. Actually, if Turtonator gets a Shell Smash up, it could be really, really tough for Edgar to break through that. Florges might have to come in and use a Moon Blast. We have seen the Shell Smash from Turtonator before. Did Noob Scrub bring it this time, though? Looks like Dark Pulse is what Maurice uses, taking it down to 25%, and the flinch is going to prevent Turtonator from doing anything. Another Dark Pulse will be enough to take it down. And indeed it does. Down goes the best Turtonator. It's going to be hard to switch in a Pokemon to this Mega Houndoom, especially since Turtonator is down. Celesteela certainly doesn't want to come out. It might be Hippowdon. Indeed it is. 65%, now 59% Hippowdon. Mori's probably not going to want to stay in versus Hippowdon. Hippowdon's going to be the next big hurdle for Edgar to take down. Once Hippowdon goes down, Mega Houndoom's going to be really comfortable. I think Edgar definitely wants to preserve Mega Houndoom. Hippowdon might go for a Stone Edge to predict that switch in. It's really tough to see what might happen, maybe even going for the Stealth Rock as well. I think Earthquake is probably the best move, especially since Edgar does not have Horde Hit anymore. Maurice at 100%, but an Earthquake should be enough to take it down. Cough Egregious is going to come in. Accident takes that Stone Edge. It's a critical hit, but only does 21%. Accident now at 16%. Sorry, 22% after the leftovers. If Earthquake is in Hippowdon's moveset, it might be able to take down Accident. The Stealth Rock goes up, and Accident goes for the rest. Accident now asleep. We're probably not going to want to stay in for 2 full turns for the sleep to go away. Golbat comes in, and Accident is still asleep. I'm assuming Golbat's going to go for the Defog. Indeed it does. Removing rocks from both sides and spikes as well. Accident now asleep, but it will wake up next turn. And Golbat's going to roost for good measure, bring it back to 100%. Accident now awake, and it goes for the Mean Look. Interesting tactic versus Golbat, considering it can't really do much to Golbat. Mummy is going to remove Inner Focus from Golbat, and Nightshade is going to bring Golbat down a little bit. Golbat using Poison Fang, which is a book out of my arsenal when I had Golbat versus Noob Scrub in Season 1 with Mystical Chain. Golbat continues to go for that Roost, and Accident's going to continue Nightshading. I think Noob Scrub is going to run out of Roosts pretty soon. Still looks like no Toxic coming from that Poison Fang. More Roosts being used up by Noob Scrub. How much PP do we have on that? 13. Nightshade has 17. So I actually think that Nightshade will run out before Roost does. Accident. We still don't know one move from Accident. I'm guessing it's Toxic, considering it's not using it versus Golbat. And Golbat is still here, roosting up. Poison Fang not poisoning versus Accident as the Nightshade keeps bringing it down. It's now at 11 roosts. Make that 10 roosts, but Accident is running out of Nightshades. It's only at 12 Nightshades. The Poison Fang is going to hit Accident this time, Toxic poisoning it, and Accident's going to throw some more Nightshades in Golbat's direction. I don't know if Edgar should run out of Nightshades. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do because Nightshade might come in handy later. There's 11 Nightshades left. Brave Bird's going to hit, dealing some recoil. We might see some PP stall here. I don't think that Golbat can take down Accident in the amount of time that it'll take for Accident to wake up from the rest. More Brave Birds are going to hit, but it won't take down Accident, who proceeds to rest another time. Yeah, Accident is really comfortable right now. Golbat's just going to keep Brave Birding. So we have some PP stall here. Looks like Golbat's going to try to run out of Brave Bird PP first. Then I'm going to assume it goes for some more defogs. But Accident's just going to keep resting. We have 12 more rests. Edgar using PP stall to his advantage with Accident versus Golbat. Golbat's still hoping for some crits with the Brave Bird, but I don't think that Brave Bird will be enough to take down Accident. So Golbat just continues to use it. And Accident continues to rest while Golbat uses up its PP faster than Accident can. More Brave Birds brings down Golbat. Now Golbat going for some defogs, and Accident goes for the Nightshade, bringing Golbat down to 43%. This will still be pretty long and drawn out. Now one more Nightshade brings down Golbat to 14%, but Accident, Golbat will be able to roost, and indeed it does. Accident pressuring Golbat though with repeated Nightshades. It only has 8 Nightshades left, meanwhile Golbat has 7 roosts left. Once again, Poison Fang's going to poison. Toxic doesn't do anything versus Golbat. Brave Bird does enough to bring it in range of Nightshade, bringing it to 2%. Now Golbat is definitely going to roost, I think. Golbat does roost, and Accident goes for the rest. Accident now only with 7 Nightshades left. So we're going to see Golbat using Defog now a lot. I'm wondering who runs out of PP first. Oh, so due to the fact that Golbat's using Defog and Accident isn't losing any HP, Accident can't rest, so rest will run out a lot faster. So I think Accident's move now is to go for Toxic. Golbat does have quite a bit of Defogs left. We do know the full moveset of both of these Pokemon now. And Golbat's still going to go for some Defogs. Accident going for some Nightshades. One more Nightshade will take down Golbat, but Golbat, knowing that, will probably go for some roosting now. The key here is going to be depleting Roost. It only has 6 left, but Golbat's going to have to use 1 more. The best bat, Golbat, still at 23%. Accident not able to break through it because of the Roost. Another Roost and another Nightshade, bringing Golbat down below its max HP. I think Noob Scrub is definitely going to be going for some optimal Roosts now. So waiting till Golbat's at the lowest possible HP to use Roost. Yeah, Noob Scrub definitely doesn't want Accident to rest. Of course, Accident, now taking damage, can go for rest. Actually, it cannot because of the leftovers. Poison Fang's going to Toxic Accident. And now Accident's free to rest when it so desires. Accident, meanwhile, using up some of its PP. And Golbat now at 95%. We have 4 more Roosts on Golbat. We still have 9 rests on Cofagrigus. But Cofagrigus only has 5 Nightshades left, so Golbat's going to use those Roosts very sparingly. And now we see Cofagrigus resting again. So Golbat, so if we're totaling up PP here, Golbat has 44, Cofagrigus has 28, but 8 of those are rests. So this is actually going to come down to the wire between the PP of these two. Golbat is still pretty comfortable, even though it doesn't have a lot of Roosts left. As long as it can maintain a small amount of Roosts, it will force Accident to use up its Nightshade, and it doesn't want to use up Nightshade, especially since that could be used versus Mega Venusaur and Celesteela later. Cofagrigus, meanwhile, using Toxic. Poison Fang Toxicing Cofagrigus actually does help Edgar because it ensures that he'll be able to rest and be successful in his rest, which allows Accident to stall a bit with PP. Nightshade, of course, bringing Golbat down to 61%. And another Nightshade bringing Golbat down to 33%. Accident asleep yet again. Accident now awake, and the Nightshade's going to bring Golbat down to 5%, but Accident has 2 Nightshades left. Golbat's going to have to roost now, bringing it down to 3 roosts. And Houndoom comes in. Maurice is here. If Houndoom has a boosting move, this could be a good momentum for Houndoom. Golbat now stuck with 3 roosts left. Accident with a lot of its PP used up, only 2 more Nightshades on it. Nothing really wants to take a Fire Blast at this point, though, from Maurice. Especially since Edgar knows that Mega Houndoom can probably survive anything that Golbat throws at it right now. Turtonator being gone is big for Edgar, as if Edgar sets up with Houndoom, gets some momentum going, it could be really game-changing. Fire Blast is going to hit, bringing Golbat down to 15%, and Golbat uses up another Roost. It only has 2 Roosts left, though. And in comes Cough Egregious. The Brave Bird is going to hit, bringing it down to 59%. Of course, Cough Egregious is now free to Mean Look, but we'll probably see Venusaur switch in to this Mean Look. Indeed we do. Venusaur is the switch in, and Mean Look is going to trap Venusaur. Leech Seeded it up, and Nightshade brings Venusaur down. But of course Venusaur does have, it hasn't even used Synthesis yet, so I think Venusaur is really comfortable right now. Excident has 1 more Nightshade left. And Maurice comes back in. Venusaur is going to go for the Giga Drain, which brings Venusaur up to 59%. Not sure what Maurice wants to do right now, because I don't think Fire Blast is going to take it down. Venusaur, I mean. Maybe Dark Pulse to try and get that flinch going. And Hippowdon comes in, the best Hippo. Maurice going for the Sunny Day to change Sand to Sun. If it has Solar Beam, this could be huge for Maurice. Actually, Fire Blast might be enough, not even the Solar Beam. Fire Blast is enough, and it takes down Hippowdon in 1 shot. Score is now 4-6, but the Solar Power is going to cause Maurice to lose a little more HP. Edgar does need to hold on to Maurice for Celesteela later. He absolutely cannot lose Maurice. If not, Celesteela might be able to win this. Celesteela at 53 and Generog at 4. Generog won't be able to break through Celesteela with Fire Fang. I think Mega Venusaur might be the Pokemon to come in. Or Noob Scrub might try to draw out a Hidden Power Grass and then switch to Golbat or Venusaur to try and stall out the Sun and inflict some Solar Power damage. Sun will only be up for 3 more turns. If Quagsire has Protect, that'll be enough to stall out and damage Mega Houndoom with Solar Power as well. Score is 4-6. Will Maurice play it safe? Quagsire does go for the Protect, and Maurice goes for the Hidden Power Grass. Solar Power is going to hamper Maurice's longevity a little bit more, and Golbat comes in. Will he predict the switch? No. Hidden Power hits Golbat barely, and Solar Power still does some damage to Maurice. A Fire Blast might be able to take out Golbat, but Maurice is still suffering from that Solar Power. Will Edgar risk it all to do the Fire Blast? Quagsire comes in to take the Fire Blast, but it's Dark Pulse that Maurice decides to use instead. Sun is now gone. Dark Pulse hitting like a truck in the sun. I don't think anything could switch in on a Dark Pulse at this point. Quagsire scouts out with Protect, and Maurice is going to go for Hidden Power. Golbat comes in, and Maurice goes for Hidden Power again, taking it down to 49%. I think Dark Pulse was the move that Maurice needed to use to bring Golbat within range of KO. I don't think Fire Blast is going to KO Golbat. Golbat still does have PP on Brave Bird, about 11, and that might be enough to take down Maurice. The Fire Blast misses, and Golbat goes for the Brave Bird, taking down Maurice. This could be the turn that the game turns around. Venusaur at 59%, Celesteela still alive as well at 53%, and Golbat alive. Score is 4-5, but now Edgar is lacking in his options to face Celesteela, and that Houndoom going down is really going to hurt. Yeah, Hidden Power Grass was just too risky to use versus Quagsire when Noobscript could have switched out. If he used Dark Pulse, nothing could have been able to take it, and then I think Maurice could have run away with this match. Edgar will have some trouble taking out this Golbat, although I think Garchomp can. It's at 4%. Depends on what the last move is. It had a Yache Berry though, so I don't think its last move will be enough to take it down, considering it's probably Earthquake. Edgar kind of stuck in a pickle right now. Cofagrigus seems to be the best option, but it is out of Nightshades, and Golbat still does have 2 Roosts left. Maybe Florges would be a better option. It takes some damage from Poison Fang, but I don't think it'll be that strong. Florges is just not going to be able to do enough to Golbat with Moonblast. Yeah, losing Mega Houndoom is game-defining for Edgar. Selgor's at 26%. It might die to a Brave Bird. Mienshao also might die to a Brave Bird, but then Golbat might go down in recoil damage. Looks like Florges is the one who comes in next. If Florges lacks Psychic, it could be bad news for Florges. Celesteela comes out. Florges sends up a Wish. Celesteela can hit the switch-in, though, pretty hard. If it's Garchomp, it will definitely be able to take it out. So Faye, the Mienshao, is who comes in. Heavy Slam's going to bring Faye down to massive 7%, as it does 93. Faye is at 69% now. The best Rocket at 65%. If this is a high jump kick Mienshao with Reckless, this could be a way to take down Celesteela. It does have a chance to miss, but 69% means that Faye can live it. Celesteela does have Protect though, so it could scout the move. Really risky turn right here. Quagsire also has Protect, so if High Jump Kick is the move that Faye goes for, it could be very dangerous. And of course, Edgar is definitely not going to want Celesteela to get that boost from Beast Boost. Once that boost is up, I don't see a path out for Edgar. None of his Pokemon can really plow through Celesteela, especially when it's at 65% of its HP. Venusaur is going to be the next one to come in, and Faye goes for the high jump kick, bringing Venusaur down to 18%. Wow, that did some massive damage. Edgar, of course, playing with fire here, as a lot of Noob Scrub's Pokemon do like to use Protect. Golbat's the next one to come in, and Faye goes for the high jump kick again, bringing Golbat down to 15%. Even quad resisted, that is pretty impressive. And high jump kick takes out Golbat. Next Pokemon to come in is Quagsire. Quagsire does have Protect. Excelgor comes out, and Protect is not used because of the switch-in. Excelgor has access to Yawn. Will Celesteela come in, or will Quagsire stay out? It looks like Celesteela does come in, and Sun Eater goes for the Giga Drain. It's not going to do much. Sun Eater now recovering a little bit of HP. And the Yawn's going to cause Celesteela to be drowsy, but the Heavy Slam is enough to take down Excelgor. Celesteela also gets a boost in its defense as well. Score is 3-4. Celesteela does have a boost in its defense, but it's asleep. It's going to sleep next turn if it doesn't switch out. Celesteela is pretty much Noob Scrub's only Pokemon that has high health right now. Quagsire and Venusaur both in the red. But Celesteela is an incredibly tough nut to crack, especially with that 1.5 defense boost. If Celesteela falls asleep, maybe Edgar can pass a wish to Garchomp, but it's risky. Of course, if Aromatisse has Protect, maybe it could Protect, Wish, and then pass to Garchomp. Cofagrigus has one more Nightshade. It might be smart to bring in Cofagrigus and go for the Nightshade. I think that might be enough to take down... I don't think... No, it is enough to take down Venusaur. Not enough to take down Quagsire, though, who might become a problem now that there's no Grass-type moves. Lazuli comes out. Celesteela going to have to choose whether it wants to stay in. Lazuli passes the Wish, and Heavy Slam brings Lazuli down to 16%. And now Celesteela falls asleep. Garchomp could come in, receive a Wish, Swords Dance, and go for some Fire Fangs now. Is that what Lazuli will do? Indeed, Genrog comes in. Celesteela now asleep, and Genrog is at 48%. Genrog can go for some Swords Dance now, although Celesteela is at +1 defense. It is still asleep. Will it be able to get off? Fire Fang brings Celesteela down. It's still asleep. Needs 2 more Fire Fangs to take down Celesteela, though. 1 more Fire Fang hits and brings Celesteela down to 18%. Celesteela now goes... flinches! And the flinch might determine the match! Celesteela goes for a Protect, and Fire Fang will not hit. Oh my gosh, that flinch could be game-defining. Quagsire comes in to take the Fire Fang, and it's going to bring it down to 25%. If Genrog has Earthquake, it might be able to take down Quagsire. Quagsire goes for the Protect to stall out. Earthquake is not going to hit due to that Protect. Quagsire might have enough to survive an Earthquake now. Will Genrog risk it all to Earthquake Quagsire? It's at 37%. Edgar probably doing those calculations right now. And Earthquake takes down Quagsire. There's 2 more Pokemon left, and they are not immune to that Swords Danced Garchomp. like Quagsire was with Unaware, Venusaur is the next Pokemon to come out, and Earthquake will be able to take it out. And that's what happens. Venusaur goes down. Celesteela is the last Pokemon to stand in this match. Will it be able to take a Fire Fang? Celesteela protects to stall out a little bit and get some more leftovers recovery. This is it. No, it is not able to survive the Fire Fang. Celesteela goes down to the Fire Fang, and the score is 4-0 for Edgar. What an incredible match and an incredible set. We had it all. We had Hyper Offense, we had Sol, we had PP Sol, we had everything. Flinches, RNG. What a match. That was absolutely crazy. Wow. So Edgar is going to advance with a score of 2-1 over Noob Scrub onto Winners Semifinals, and it's going to be a matchup between me and Edgar in Winners Semifinals, where Noob Scrub goes down to Losers Bracket. I believe he faces the winner of Quasimodo versus Startoad. So really interesting set. What a set. I can't believe that. Wow. Well, stay tuned for some more Victory Road playoff sets coming soon. Quasimodo versus Startoad will be uploaded soon, so stay tuned for that. This is Noel from Sun and Friendly, and I will see you then.